Good morning, everybody. This is Milt with Living Like a Boss, and welcome back to the channel. Currently trying to work on episode 28 on the steering clutches of the Army Cat. We're finally getting them installed, and going to move forward here today, trying to wrap this here series up with these steering clutches. But as luck would have it, later on in the afternoon it started to rain, so currently we're still left with finishing up with the brake bands, but we'll carry on with that once it quits raining. Anyway, follow along and enjoy. And that's how it's done. I think we're successfully nested in there. Now we just got to get rid of this tractor, this old Clark, and our straps. And we'll get off it. I didn't have any proper felts for the gasket along the over top of the bearing and across the bottom there, so I just cut out these felts out of one of my old winter boots. Cut it in strips, pretty thick, pretty nice sealing, I think. I just put some silicone in the corners, dab it together there, and just suck the old pumpkin down, and our bevel gear is sealed up. Okay, we've got the pumpkin in place there. Now it's time to build these throw-out mechanisms. This one is modified. This cat's modified. Whoever was in here many years ago cut the remaining 3 inches off these shafts and then joined them back to the stub with this slip over. So we're just going to stick that in. We're going to build these in the opposite way, the way they come out. I'm going to do both at the same time. So we're just going to grease things up as we go. So far so good. Next are these bearings. They're in the rock arms there. I'm going to grease them up fairly nice because they'll never see another servicing ever, probably, in the remainder of the time this cat has spent on the earth. Just put that in the arm first, and now these got to go in that way. I'm pretty sure. Grease this one up. Okay, now I believe I need 2 big flat washers, and then we can run them right into this area here, the ends of them. One on that one and one on this one. Okay, they're still in place. Now I think I need 2 more large washers. Actually, I think these are not going to go on now. I need my oiling cups. I believe I need to put my oiling cups on here first. Whoa. Okay. Okay, now I dropped one of my washers in there, so I'm going to have to fish that out before I can do this side. But anyway, I think what we need now is another arm. These are the little stubs that they cut off wisely. And now I forgot to put this washer in place, so I'll have to bring that back. I eventually ended up, once I had both sides together, I had to kind of pull them part way apart just to get the trunnions in between the two arms on either side, which sucked quite a bit. Okay, now I just need a keeper, and keeper. Main pin goes in there to hold that stub in, and this is sandwiched so it's going to hold the two ends together. It's not pinned together or anything. Now to get this here thing out. Always something to slow things down. Okay, managed to get that big washer out of there with the help of the old magnetic stick. It is actually a flashlight, doesn't work, the batteries are done in it, or the holders, but it sure is a handy flashlight with a magnetic extension to it. Anyway, we got that out. So what we need is the other one of these arms. Got a liberal amount of grease on there. And this way. Not to forget our big washer, that in there. Okay, everything is in place. Just need some pins
We'll see if we can find those. Good luck with that. Okay, this here is just a little tip for all your D4 aficionados or mechanics or whatever that are trying to restore these old girls, and you got your bevel gear put back in. You got to have your steering clutch mechanisms intact, and if you have trouble lining up the bolts to these holes after you've done the clutch pack overhaul, lots of times you're not going to get those clutch packs dead center truly on the shaft, so they're going to be a little bit out. And to make it easier to line them up, what I do is put this bottle jack in between the actuators, pump them out, pump the jack up, and guess what? Steering clutch is going to neutral. All the clutch packs, they kind of like find their resting place where they're supposed to be, and you can get all those bolts in. You still got to pull it back and forth. It helps to have an old case hanging around, but get that done. But anyway, just a little tip. Use a bottle jack to release your steering clutches. Makes life a lot easier. With steering clutches disabled, I can certainly turn this machine around quite easily. Just to move the bolts around to get them all installed and tightened up. I'll just release this jack. Both clutches will engage. I'm just going to leave the jack in place, but I just want to be able to pull it back now square so both tracks are pulling at the same time to get all the bolts done up tight. This is the cover for the transmission, and it is in, well, the cover's in good shape, but all the linkages underneath it are rusted solid. Hard to move anything. It all has to be taken apart, pull the pins and clean them all up and grease them up. But that is going to be the next or one of the next pieces of the puzzle. The first thing I'm going to do is drag that drawbar back out, and I'm going to reinstall it up underneath the machine along with the belly pan. Well, here we are the next day, and it was so hot and muggy there yesterday. Just actually quit working on the old cat. I could have come out in the evening and did a little bit more work, but it was such a nice evening. Wasn't even thinking about it raining, but here it is overnight, and this morning it is raining. Out here just trying to do a little video here in between rain showers, but it's the way we got it. I wish I would have at least covered it up. Okay, here we are the next day. It is Friday morning. It is currently not raining, but it's been raining all night, and as far as all morning here, it's actually stopped right now, but I anticipate it's either going to start raining again or be hot and muggy this afternoon. Maybe then I'll go forward with putting some brake bands together and drag some of those pieces out of the weeds over there. That transmission cover is going to take a lot of work. Free up a bunch of pins and linkages underneath there. And what else is new on this old machine? This is the rustiest thing I've ever encountered. Kind of like Kyle's on his channel, his RD4. I think his is worse. But anyway, gonna wrap her up for now, and we will catch up to you later.